This video is a comparison of Binance and Crypto.com. I'll show you the trading systems and all of the other features of these platforms so that you can make a decision on which one is best for you. And I'll leave timestamps for all of that down below in the description. Firstly, we'll get onto the rewards and bonus hubs of both of these platforms because they are both pretty good but very different. So firstly, when it comes to Binance, they have a rewards hub. This is if you're a new user. So if you do sign up for an account, go to your rewards hub and you'll see you can make some deposits, and if you trade a certain amount, then you'll get some rewards back off that. I'll leave links below to Binance and to Crypto.com as well down in the description, because if you go through with those links, you may get some extra discounts. For example, on Crypto.com exchange, you actually get 5% more off your trading fees through that link. For Binance, I think you may get some extra rewards as well, over and above, just signing up for the platform yourself. So you can have a look at the links below and also see if they're available in your region. For example, as of making this video, I don't think the UK gets any rewards right now. So the rewards on Binance, you get Rewards Hub when you sign up. However, you also get, if you own BNB coin, 25% off your trading fees. So BNB coin used to be the Binance Exchange's coin. It's now its own blockchain, but it's still used on the Binance Exchange. So all you have to do is go through onto the platform, buy some BNB coin. You can buy like $10 of it, just have it in your account, and there's a toggle. If you toggle on that, then you can get a 25% fee discount on everything you're trading. And you just pay the fees through the BNB coin. That's pretty good. And on Crypto.com, they have an entire reward system known as Level Up. This has actually just come in as of making this video. And it's very different from what it used to be, which was just around the Crypto.com card, where you got some cash back and some other offers. Now, the Level Up program is used across many different aspects. For example, stocks and banking. So Crypto.com is becoming kind of a all-in-one fintech app. And so yes, you have crypto on here, so you can buy and sell crypto. You also have the Visa card, where you can actually spend either crypto or fiat currency. And then also they're bringing in stock trading as well. So if that's available for you, you actually get some trading fee discounts. You can see here banking is actually essentially interest on cash that you hold in your account. And then right here, cards, this is basically 2% cash back on your card. Now, how do you get that? Well, if you just have the free midnight version, then you get some discounts and bonuses here. As you can see, if you go up to the higher versions, you actually have to first pay for them, essentially. And this is revolving around Crypto.com's token, which is CRO token. So if you buy £400 here or $500 worth, in your country, it's going to be, around that. So do the conversion. It's around $500 US worth. You buy $500 US worth of the CRO coin, you lock it up on the platform for 1 year, and then you get all of these benefits. Now, if you want to take it out after a year, you still have the CRO there, so you can take it out. Now, CRO is a risk asset, so you may buy $500 worth, and a year later it could be worth $1,000 or $2,000. It may be only worth $250, right? So we don't really know, because CRO is a risk asset and the price fluctuates. But that's how you get into the benefit system on Crypto.com. For Binance, you just buy the BNB coin and 25% discount on your trading fees. That's pretty much it for the Binance platform. As of making this video, the Level Up system is really new, and Crypto.com are rolling it out across different jurisdictions. So you may not see it available for you right now, or you may not have some of the banking or stocks support. It depends which country that you live in. So you're just gonna have to check the details. Now, that system is for the Crypto.com app as well. There is also a different system, which you can see on screen now, which is Crypto.com Exchange. Now, this is the same company. Crypto.com app and Crypto.com Exchange, though, are different apps that you can actually go and download. So the Crypto.com Exchange is really built to be a much more professional trading system, whereas the Crypto.com app that you get on your smartphone is really a beginner-friendly kind of fintech app where you have the Visa card and you have some balances in your account, and that's about it. The exchange isn't available in every country right now, although, again, they are rolling it out to more countries. But if you are going to use Crypto.com and you can use the Crypto.com exchange, I highly recommend it, because the trading system is much more robust, it's much more professional, and also the trading fees are way cheaper. And so if you're going to be using Crypto.com and you can use the exchange, go and use it, because you'll just be paying much less in trading fees. So you can see if it's available for you. You can access it online via Crypto.com/exchange, Or if you go and download the app, it's actually just called Exchange app. And you can see the difference. There's crypto.com and then what they call Exchange. So go and download it and see if it's available for you, because lower trading fees. So definitely use this if you can. Let's come on to trading fees then. And for the most part, Binance is going to be the cheaper exchange for most people. So they just have a flat trading fee across all of their spot trading pairs of 0.1%. And that's it. Now, if you buy BNB, like I said, and you toggle it on to pay fees with that, you get a 25% discount on your trading fees. And so you actually end up paying 7.5 basis points as a trading fee if you do pay with BNB. But BNB is a risk asset, so if you buy it and the price goes down, you end up paying a little bit more for your trading fees as well. So it's up to you whether you want to use it or not. In any case, 0.1% is a really, really low trading fee compared to everything else. Now, crypto.com has two different sites, like I said, the app and the exchange, which do have different trading fees. If you're using the app, the trading fees are very high. You're going to be paying around 0.5% to 1.5% for your trades. But on the app, they don't charge an extra trading fee. What they do is bundle the trading fee in the price that you pay. This is known as a spread. And so you just get given a price for the asset and you buy and sell it, but you are paying more in the trading fee. And I'll show you how that works right now. So as you can see on the app, what I'm doing is going to buy 1 BTC, and it's telling me the price of 1 BTC on the app is $94,500 more or less. If we go over to Binance though, what you can see here is that the price in the market. Now Binance is kind of the industry standard exchange, and what they do is just have the real price of Bitcoin and then they charge you a trading fee on top. The real price is 93,200. So it's 93,000 on Binance, but if you go into crypto.com, they're charging you 94,500. So what they're doing is charging you a big spread on top of the price. They're going out in the market and buying at 93 and selling it to you at 94.5, and then you're paying a big trading fee on top of what you could get it on other exchanges. So that's how they actually charge you their trading fee. Now, that's quite a lot. For stable coins, you do get charged slightly cheaper fees, and so you can have a look at that, but you're paying higher fees in the crypto.com app. That is why I always recommend using the exchange if you can, and it's available for you, because you do get much lower trading fees. I'll show you this right now so you can screenshot. This is Binance and the trading fees there, so you can have a look at that. 0.1%, you get discounts for BNB, and they also run offers. So for example, some stable coins, if you use them to buy crypto, you actually get lower trading fees or zero trading fees for certain periods, but for the most part, 0.1%. If we go over to crypto.com, this is the exchange right here. And again, if you're just a normal user, level 1, you're paying 25 to 50 basis points, which isn't bad, but it's obviously more expensive than Binance. Now, if you can use the exchange and you go ahead and buy some CRO and lock it up to get cheaper trading fees, you can do that. So if you buy 5,000 CRO, you can see you get some discounts here on your trading fees. If you go down to 10,000, you get bigger discounts. I think 50,000, if you have that and lock it up, you actually get zero trading fees if you use limit orders when you trade. That's really good. So if you want to buy CRO anyway and you want to lock it up, zero trading fees is obviously, you can't get better than that. So it does depend what you're using and if you're locking up some CRO or BNB. But just for normal users, definitely use the exchange or use Binance for cheaper trading fees. And if you're going to use crypto.com, just make sure that you are happy paying slightly higher fees. Now, what a lot of people do as well is actually just have a crypto.com account because it has better fiat currency on-ramps in most regions, right? So I know in the UK, maybe in the US, you can on-ramp assets really easy there. Switch them into a stable coin and then go to another exchange with cheaper trading fees. So if you can use the exchange, do that. If you want to use this as an on-ramp and then use another exchange for actually trading, it's up to you. And like I said, the bonuses and the different offers with CRO and BNB can actually reduce those fees down to basically zero as well. Now we'll look at the fiat currency on and off ramps for both of these exchanges and some of the costs. All exchanges are the same. You can either deposit using a bank transfer or just buy crypto directly with a debit card. So that's the two on-ramps. And then the off-ramps are the same as well, which is you can sell to a fiat currency and withdraw it via a bank transfer, or you can actually get that paid back into a debit card if you want. Using cards is always the most expensive way because you have to pay the Visa or MasterCard fees as well. That's around 1.2% on both of these exchanges, but you can use Google and Apple Pay for both of these as well, which is very convenient. But I don't recommend it because the fees are way higher doing that. So if you can use a bank transfer, that's going to be the best method, especially for larger amounts. In terms of deposits, you don't pay anything to deposit onto these platforms. You also don't pay any account fees or inactivity fees for crypto platforms at all. So you can have one or more of these accounts if it's going to be a better option for you. Deposits for Binance though, Binance doesn't have the best fiat on-ramps and off-ramps in all regions. Again, this is going to vary depending where you live in the world. Some regions are totally fine. I know in Australia, Japan, some other countries like Brazil, no problem with Binance. But some other countries do have some issues, or they don't have fiat currency on and off-ramps set up right yet. For Crypto.com, they tend to have pretty robust options no matter which country that you're living in. For me personally, I actually have USD and Euro options. Now, I don't live in the UK anymore, but if I lived in the UK, I'd have a pound sterling option as well. I'd have pound sterling, probably USD and Euro. So they do have some different options there. Crypto.com, in my experience, tends to have better fiat currency on and off ramps. And so you can actually just send a bank transfer in pretty easily. Again, that may change. For Crypto.com, you can see ACH, SWIFT, Euro via SEPA and GBP via faster payments are all no problem. Now for me, you can see Euro is actually a free withdrawal and USD withdrawal over Swift network for me is $45. However, if you're in the States, you can use ACH and that's free. So again, there's loads of little details here. Just go and see what the option is for you in your country. I would say for the most part, in my experience, Crypto.com does have more options with on-ramps. Binance in some regions just doesn't have the fiat currency on and off-ramp. And so you have to use it a crypto-only exchange. So like I said, what most people will do is on-ramp via Crypto.com, send it over to Binance and trade because their fees are cheaper. Withdrawals for Binance, though, if they do have fiat currency options, anywhere from $1 to $30 to send out some money. And then, like I said, 1 to 2% fee for your cards. Now, you can also see on the platforms as well. So if I go over to fiat currency, I'll leave links below to Binance and Crypto.com. You can see this. Go and search for your crypto. You can see what the options are and what the fees are as well. Now we'll get to the cost of moving crypto in and out of both of these platforms. Depositing in is always free. In my experience, Binance is cheaper and it has a better choice of blockchains and assets to use. Binance just has better blockchain support. You can pretty much use every blockchain. They make a point of supporting all blockchains. They have great liquidity and cheaper prices. You can take a screenshot here, but basically Binance is cheaper. $10 to move out Bitcoin versus $50 on Crypto.com. $5 to move ETH versus $17 on Crypto.com. And using stable coins, $6 on mainnet. And if you use some of the cheaper layers, down to 17 cents. And here it's $10 and $1. So it does add up if you're using Web3 a lot and moving money in and out. Plus, like I said, Binance has much better options when it comes to assets issued on different chains. You can actually see all the costs here and which chains are supported. So like I said, I'll leave these links below. Bitcoin, you can send on the Bitcoin chain. You can see the cost here. And they have some wrapped versions on other chains as well. They either support the Lightning Network on Crypto.com. They don't. It's just Bitcoin on the Bitcoin network and it's more expensive. So in my experience, definitely Binance is cheaper and has better options than Crypto.com for crypto. It's impossible to compare the Crypto.com app and Binance because they're just so different. It's really the Crypto.com exchange that's the competitor to the Binance trading system. In any case, Binance is the industry standard, kind of gold standard way of laying out a trading system. So you have the asset that you're trading. You can choose lots of these assets here. You're going to see the chart of the trading pair. This is the market on the right-hand side. So you can see the price of the asset. Down in the bottom, you can have the buy and sell buttons and you can make your trades. If you want to know how to use Binance, Crypto.com exchange and the app, those videos will be listed down below, step-by-step guides on how to actually go ahead and trade and get your trades done. Now, if we're looking at the app, this is not the same. It's basically a very simple convert feature where you have some fiat currency here. You can see my fiat wallet. You can spend that to buy some crypto. It's going to give you the asset price and that's it. So really the app is for the card and for beginners. But if you can use the Crypto.com exchange, I would highly recommend it. This is Binance. And then if you go over to Crypto.com exchange, this is much more professional, right? So you have the buy and sell buttons here on the right-hand side. You have the asset pair that you're trading. You can choose those. Lots more choice here, much more professional and lower trading fees. So highly recommend it if you can use that. Like I said, if you don't know how to use these platforms, tutorials for them below. What I would say though, in my experience, Binance has support for more trading pairs and Binance is really the main exchange. And so it's going to have better liquidity. And for me, it tends to react a little bit better, right? So I don't know if their servers are better or whatever, but it tends to be a little bit more responsive in terms of trading. When you get trades done, it tends to be like a millisecond quicker, which isn't a massive deal, but sometimes you just want to be on that system where you press a button and it works straight away. That's my personal experience, but to be totally honest, it doesn't really matter. If you're just buying and selling some Bitcoin or ETH or whatever, both systems are absolutely great. and whichever one is available for you, and you can use, then go ahead, because the trading fees on Crypto.com exchange are much cheaper than the app. The earn platforms on both Crypto.com and Binance are huge. In some countries though, you can't use the earn platforms, so I'll go over some of the differences here. So on the Crypto.com app, they have earn, which is either staking or lending the assets out. Now, it's up to you whether you want to do that or not, but you do get an interest rate for that. You can see for right now, there's actually an offer of 15% on stablecoins. And then if you do have CRO locked up, or if you do have some of the rewards there from getting CRO, you can actually get slight bonuses on top of that as well. This is both lending and staking, and it depends which one. If you go on for DOT, for example, you can see there's fixed and flexible terms, and then there's different interest rates on that. So that's good to have in the app if you actually have access to that, and you can get some decent rewards on stablecoins. Now, like I said, if you have the level up program, so if you buy CRO and lock it up, you get much more benefits. So you can actually just hold cash and get some interest there, and then you get some trading fee discounts and everything else. And part of the earn platform is that you get better interest and benefits there. On the exchange, it's a little bit different. They do let you stake. So if you want to stake your assets, you can do that on the platform here, and it will just let you do that. So what Crypto.com are doing is, running the infrastructure in the background and just letting you stake easily on the exchange. There's also different options here, for example, lending. So that's if you just do want to lend out your assets, there'll be an interest rate there that you can get to lend out. And then CRO lockup is the benefits that you get specifically on the exchange if you want those cheaper trading fees. Now on Binance Earn, they do interest on stablecoins. So you can see that here, 8%, 15% right here for stablecoins, flexible and locked, and you can see the differences there. Sometimes they give very good high interest rates for small amounts of money. So for example, the first $1,000 or the first $500 may be a really good rate. And then above that, the rate drops really low. So that's up to you if you want to do that or not. And then for other assets, for example, ETH, you can stake ETH, right? So ETH staking right here, you can see the yield, and then you can put it in simple earn as well. Now, something that Binance do is known as Launchpad and Launchpool, which is if you have BNB coin locked up in staking, I think you can do flexible staking here as well. So you just go to the earn platform, lock up the BNB, then you actually get some launch pool rewards. Many tokens launch on Binance, and when they launch, they give away some of the tokens as an incentive and maybe some marketing to kind of get the token out there and distribute the token a little bit. And so if you have BNB in flexible, you get this reward and you get some fresh tokens in the launch pool and launch pads as well, which is pretty good. Like I said, not every country has access to that, unfortunately, but both earn platforms are actually really, really good, and it's going to come down to what you specifically want. But if you do have access to them, they actually do give some pretty good bonuses. It's up to you whether you want to lock your assets up on these platforms, though. Each of these exchanges has one main standout feature that's different to the other one. So for Binance, it's the Binance Web3 wallet. Web3 wallet exists within the Binance app, and you can easily switch between the exchange and the Web3 wallet in the same application. You can move assets in and out like with one click. It's really seamless. And with the Binance Web3 wallet, within that, it's basically its own app store, and you can reach all of the main DeFi apps really easily and swap assets in there. It's really great to use, and it's definitely the standout feature. If you want to use dApps, if you want to send money in and out of your own wallet and take self-custody of it, Binance Web3 wallet is absolutely awesome for that. Now, Crypto.com does have a DeFi wallet. It's called Crypto.com DeFi wallet, but it's just lacking compared to Binance Web3 in many different ways that I can't explain in this video. With Crypto.com, you have to set up a seed phrase, which is very old and clunky. On Web3 Wallet, it sets it up with your iCloud, splits up the phrase so that even if you get hacked, you won't lose your assets, and a lot of other things. Binance Web3 Wallet is awesome. If using Web3 and applications is something that you want to do, highly recommend using Web3 Wallet if you can set up a Binance account. For Crypto.com, it's much more about the financial app, linking it with the fiat currency system. So the level up program is something that Binance doesn't have. And also trading stocks, Binance doesn't have stock trading. Crypto.com is bringing this on, and you can get these discounts. You also get interest on cash balances, and the Crypto.com card. So if that's more for you, if you're more on the payment side of things and you just want somewhere to hold your crypto and it's a big app that you don't think is gonna disappear overnight, you want some stocks in your account as well and some interest and cash back on card purchases, that's gonna be for you. If you're more the Web3 side, I think Binance is a better option, but they're both very good applications, platforms, and to be honest, just have one of each, because They're free to have. There's no inactivity fees. This is great for fiat currency and those services. Binance is more on the Web3 side. Just have both of them. I'll leave the deposit and trading bonuses and the discounts on fees down in the description below. If you click those links, you can get all of that. And the other tutorial videos that I discussed, all linked down there. I'm James, this is MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.